Hello everybody, welcome to the Geek Corner Minute. And today I'm doing a little bit different. Today is, let me check the date one more time, October the 7th. This is kind of a current story that kind of broke yesterday. I kind of found it out this morning kind of by accident, kind of going over YouTube and Nerdist. Now I keep wanting to say Nerdist. SourceFed Nerd this morning had a video up. It had about 3 different headlines, but the main headline was about the new Dark Knight 3 comic from Frank Miller. Of course, he's doing, like, I'm guessing it's supposed to be the end of his trilogy of the Dark Knight Returns series. It was not necessarily that. It was a cover he drew for the backstory. And I'm just say it's kind of vulgar. The fact it's other than the fact that the drawing looks horrible, I've seen it, and let's just say it's so inappropriate. I'm not going to show it here on this program because I always try to run a family-friendly show here. I try to make it where all ages can see something, can see a program where it doesn't have anything offensive, language or otherwise on it. But I will say, if you do want to see it, it's on I've seen it on IO9. I've seen the SourceFed video, the SourceFed Nerd videos up. Google it, definitely Google it, because I saw it on 3 different pages. It broke yesterday, and yesterday being October 6th. I saw it this morning, and I saw the pictures. I said, it looks terrible. The art is horrible. And it's like IO9 said. He said, I don't know how in the world they even let him, seeing as the art was terrible on in The Dark Knight Strikes Again. It's like, how in the world did he even get to draw anything on this? I'll say it. The artwork looks kind of like a Man of Steel figure I saw. They had like the big head, the big giant hands, and the big giant feet. If you've seen those. But that's not the issue. That's not the only issue. It's for a Superman Atom backstory, kind of a tie-in story, and but that's not the issue. The issue is that, and the reason I say it's so offensive, the fact that there are certain, let's just say, areas of his anatomy have been enhanced through shadow. That's all I'll say. But I think y'all can. I'm gonna say y'all definitely will know what I'm talking about, by saying that. That's why it's so offensive. I mean, that's why I say it's so vulgar and offensive that it's not going to appear on this program, because, like I said, I'm gonna say it. It's just horrible. I'm here speechless about it. I was like, how in the world? It made me bring up the question: when is the humiliation going to stop? I mean, and I'm with IO9. How did DC even go about allowing this to even be in the comic? This is supposed to be in an issue of Dark Knight 3. I mean, and I'm gonna say it. Even the title is offensive. The Master Race. We all know what that's associated with, and to be associated with a comic like that, and there's a lot of folks saying, why was he even allowed? As I'm getting, and I'm thinking that I don't even know how in the world he was even allowed to come back on this book. I'm with them. He said that it had to be because the only way they'd let him, instead of doing the whole thing by himself, is that they would have to have him actually have some collaborators in there, and they do have some collaborators, but and they do have some collaborators, and the art looks pretty good, but this was done purely by Frank Miller himself, and it's a known fact. If when I heard, he hates superheroes, he hates it. He thinks they're stupid. I mean, look at what happened with the whole All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. That is probably one of the most offensive Batman books that are out there. They make Batman look like a psychotic I mean, but still, it's merited a meme amongst the geek community that I'm not that uses language that I also, again, I'm not using on this program. And that was in an actual issue of Batman and Robin the Boy 1. I think it was issue 2, because I got some of them. And I can say right now, that book was so poorly received that it didn't even make it to the last 2 issues. It was supposed to go 12 issues like All-Star Superman did, but it didn't even. But it kept getting delayed and put off, and so much controversy behind it that issues 11 and 12 never saw the light of day. They didn't. I mean, other than Batman acting like a borderline, I ain't saying borderline psychotic. He's acting like a psychotic child abuser. I mean, anybody like that in real life would have been arrested. And the fact that he treated Dick Grayson like dirt, Batman never did that. And like I said, the language used in this book, the content in this book, and also there was an entire issue that had to be recalled because of how vulgar the language was. There were I'll just try to be quick. There were F-bombs dropped in that. And it's like, how in the world and in fact they unleashed it, they released it uncensored, and it drew such, and unfortunately I think there was a few places that managed to recall it before it ever hit shelves. Some places it did hit shelves, but they recalled a lot of them before they ever hit shelves, and they reissued it with black bars over everything. And there was a lot of black bars, because I saw the censored version. Didn't buy it, but I saw the censored version. They had a lot of black bars to put in that comic. But I said, with all that controversy following it, and it's supposed to be frank, and they said, and the fact that they portrayed heroes as being stupid, and the fact that Batman and even Robin almost killed people in that, and the fact they're portraying Superman stupid, again with portraying Superman stupid again. The fact that he couldn't fly, he had to run across water, and the only thing he did, and the only words I ever saw him speak in the whole book, was swear words. All he did was swear the entire time. I saw him in one issue. The art looked great. It just, the characterization was stupid, was awful. At the end of one issue, when he was Batman was accused, and he saw I think Clark sees Dick Grayson on the side of a word escapes me for some reason, milk carton. First thing out of his mouth before changing into Superman was a swear word. And then the next time you see him run across the water with a guy's car over his head with the guy in it, next thing he says is a swear word. That's all he does. And it's just, I said, when is the humiliation going to stop? It's just gotten worse with DC. And I'm planning on doing an episode in the future about all the humiliating things that DC has done to Superman over just the last 15 years. Mainly over the last 5. If it could be found, 5 years. And it's just, and it merits the question, DC, what were you thinking? Also with Frank Miller, what were you thinking? What in the world, wide world of sports, were you thinking when you drew Superman in that kind of position? Also, the same thing with DC. How did this even matter? It's like, were they contractually bound to let him do something? To let him do something on his own? I mean, it's one thing to let him write the book and collaborate with a bunch of artists, but to let him, but with the track record he's got of making, of drawing back of horrible artwork, and that last Dark Knight series that was done strikes again. I've seen how horrible it looks. It's terrible. You see, I mean, Dark Knight Returns artwork was better than that, way better. And this one, I've seen the covers. All I've seen is the covers, and the covers look great. This is the one thing, but this one thing has soured any notion of me other than that, and and there's one exclusive cover that's going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, in which basically Superman and Batman has got Superman kicked down into the dirt, and I personally don't like that, but that's beside the point. What's really turned me off this book is this one image. And again, how much more are they going to... I mean, this ain't the first time in the life, and this is probably the second time in the last month I have heard this same thing going on with DC and Superman, and but I'm not going to get into that in depth. That's for another episode. But this is highly offensive to me. You will not see this image on my program. But the closest you'll probably see it is the title card, and it'll be heavily censored. You can be sure of that. But you're not going to see it on this show. Definitely not uncensored, because it is, like I said, this is a family show. And I'll say it again, I will not be buying this book. You can be sure of that. If anything, I will trying to get folks not to buy it. But what do y'all think about this? And again, if you want to see this, IO9's covered it, and a few other sites are covered. Like I said, go on Google and look up Frank Miller cover, because it popped up almost immediately when I hit on Frank Miller cover. That's the first thing that popped up was this, and I mean, it's just happened. So definitely look it up. So definitely look it up. You're not going to see it from me, but if you want to see it for yourself, look it up just Google it, please. And as soon as y'all do, tell me your opinion, what you think about it. You think I'm over exaggerating, or do you think this is a horrible way to portray Superman? It's just, and is it also further embarrassment and further humiliation from DC to further from DC to continue to humiliate and make Superman look stupid? Because I personally do. But do y'all feel that way? Let me know. As always, drop your comments in the comment box. I'd love to hear what y'all have to say on this subject. And I guess that's it for the Geek Corner Minute for today. Check out, as always, you have comments about any of the shows. Drop a comment in the comment box. I'd love to hear what y'all have to say. Like, subscribe, share with all your friends, tell all your friends. Check out today's episode of Mr. J's Geek Corner. It is also on the subject of Superman, so that's why I kind of want to tack this on to it while I was on that subject today. So check out the main Geek Corner video today. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all have, stay tuned for episode 100 in a couple of weeks. It's going to be about 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to be great. Hope y'all enjoy it. It's going to be big. And again, if y'all have any ideas about things you want to hear me discuss on this or on Geek Corner, drop me a comment in the comment box. I'm always looking for fresh new things to discuss. So definitely drop your comment in the comment box. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your ideas. And I'll see y'all later.